Up, YouTube world? Coming to you from the mighty Midwest and just chilling here doing an open house, and nothing's going on. The last 2 weeks have been kind of slow. Seems like things slowed down right before or just after Good Friday. Things really slowed down in real estate. Still got some things cooking, but about a month ago I had like 7 people through an open house, and today there's nobody. They say there's a couple people coming through, or a couple of my customers say they're coming through in a bit, so we shall see. Interest rates, I think interest rates are going to rise here. Last June, interest rates spiked from about 3.25% on a FHA loan to about 4.5% in literally 1 week. And the Federal Reserve says they're going to keep rates low. However, I'm not sure how they're going to do that if they're not buying the bonds. So I'm not sure if they just say they're not buying, or they've decreased their purchases by 10 billion a month, every month, or if they really are and they're doing something else behind the scenes that they're not telling us to keep these rates low, because rates have dipped a tad bit. But there's an article out, and I'll find that and put it below, that says rates could be about 5.5 by the end of the year. That wouldn't surprise me. We've got unemployment on the decrease, and I know a lot of people are dropping out of the labor force too, and I'm just thinking that must be baby boomers, because a lot of places around here are indeed hiring. However, one concern is inflation. The government saying, oh, there's no inflation, there's no job, or there's no this, there's no that. I can tell you what, I went to the grocery store, and this little can of Pringles, I didn't buy it, but it was about yay big. I got the camera in the other hand, I can't show you. Oh, we'll see here. That was probably about, on this panel here, from here to right about there, for $1. And you used to be able to get a can of Pringles about 4 years ago from about here up to there for $1. So obviously you've got some inflation. Then I went to Wendy's. You can tell I like to eat a little bit of Wendy's, and too much sugar water. That's one of my vices. So, but man, those hamburgers, they're getting small. Those little dollar hamburgers that they got at Wendy's, about that big around now. I thought, what the heck is that? Yeah, they're just, making the food smaller. And, as the administration and the powers that be try to keep this money printing going and try and get us on level to the status of other countries to the south of us, there is a lot of money flowing that way to the south of us in countries like Panama, Central America, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, because you have a lot of baby boomers who are now retiring and who wouldn't want to go plop down 50 grand and live by the beach, in Nicaragua, and be able to live for $1 a day, have a maid for $1 a day. One time I was down there and had a flat tire on a Sunday out in the sticks, and it was on a Toyota 4x4. This is in Nicaragua, in a state called León, a province called León of Nicaragua. And I was way out in the sticks, and I was having some issues getting that tire changed, because it's like this long rod you gotta stick under the truck. That rod to get the spare tire out must be 8 feet long, and it was a rental car. Whoever had the car before, jacked it all up. It was all bent up. And so I went and asked somebody for help. And, Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock, about 90 degrees. And I asked him what I owed him, thinking I'd probably owe him $20. And he said 15 Cordobas. And I was like, oh, come on, man. Yeah, I'm going to pay more. Basically, that equated to $1 back then. It's actually a little bit less than $1 now. Like, no, man, I'm going to give you more. And he wouldn't take more. So you know, if you can make a couple dollars a day down there in Central America, you're living pretty good. At least in Nicaragua. You need to make a little bit more in Costa Rica. Price of living is kind of high in Costa Rica, but you got more Americans going there, and you know, spending money, so it makes it better for real estate where people are actually, you know, going to visit and that kind of thing. So actually looking at a little, well, I'll go into that in another video, but yeah, you know, cost of living's going up, housing's going up, everything's going up. And, you know, the writing's on the wall, folks. It's going to get tough. There may be some good times. I mean, I see that I feel they are going to raise minimum wage here coming up this year. And then the other thing I think is going to happen, eventually there will be some type of immigration reform, and that'll get those people into the system as well, being able to, you know, get loans. Right now there's nobody giving loans for houses to those people, and you got a lot of situations where people could buy, they want to buy, but they can't. So they end up paying cash for some junk, or they, you know, figure, well, I can't buy a house, so I'll buy a trailer, and I'll buy a Hummer, and I'm making $12 an hour, you know. But so see a lot of that going on, where people are like, well, I don't have papers, I can't buy a house, so I'll just buy the nicest car I can get, you know. So once minimum wage kicks in, and once immigration reform kicks in, you're gonna see some things start to move in the economy, probably in an unhealthy way, inflation wise. And I think the Fed's going to be behind the curveball. So over and out, guys, from the Midwest. Hopefully I get a customer or two here coming in. Over and out. Bye.